Today I've got you covered with all the correct settings that I'm using in-game, whether it be the controller, the camera angle. This is what I'm hitting 20 and O's in FUT Champs with, so hopefully it will help you guys out. If you're new to the channel and you're not subscribed, do not miss out. I will help you become better at this game for free. Help me get to 100k. Subscribe right now. Let's try and hit 200 likes on the video, and any questions about any of these settings down below in the comments, please. Feel free to ask. I'm here to help you, and let's get into the video. If you want the cheapest FC24 coins to get ahead of the competition, check out MMOEXP by clicking the link down below and use code JambooUK for 5% off. Okay, so we're going to be covering everything today, settings-wise. I'm not going to try and keep too much of your time or anything like that. We'll briefly talk about what each thing does, why you need to have it on, each individual setting. So we'll start off. I play alternate. There's no right or wrong. I'm sure a lot of you are fellow PES players back in the day. That is why I use alternate, because I've seen some people saying that when they see my controller input on the screen, why am I pressing, square to shoot? That is why. So just to clear that up, we then go into the actual game settings. So you may as well have competitive triggered. When you're playing online in Ultimate Team, that is what it's going to be set to anyway. So it just clears off, a lot of this stuff that's not really important. Shot assistance. Now, a lot of people ask about this, precision or assisted. Obviously, manual, you do not want that. I'll tell you that for free. Assisted or precision. Now, in my opinion, you can get some really good shots off with precision that you wouldn't be able to on assisted. However, FIFA is an assisted game, man. It's one of them things, you don't want to say it, but you want to take all the assistance that you can get. I really think, especially for casual players, you just want to be running assisted. I'm using assisted shooting, and I'm hitting 20 and O's, etc. The thing that you do want to help your shooting is going to be timed finishing. Now, I recommend running the combination of assisted shots with timed finishing on. You guys need to learn your timed finishing. It can take a 70% chance into a 90. Like, timed finishing is broken, especially for things like outside the box finesse, travellas, that sort of thing. It is just going to give you a much higher chance of scoring those goals. So next we move on to through pass assistance. That is going to be semi. Lob through pass, that is semi as well. Ground pass assisted, cross assisted, cross semi, sorry, not assisted, semi on the crossing. Lob pass assisted. The pass receiver lock. So this one is another important one. Basically, let's say you're running down the wing and you're seeing like a pass inside, but just as you're powering up that pass, you see that option get marked. This enables you to change to pass to somebody else. If you have this on animation start, for example, as soon as you press the pass, like, you're screwed. You are locked into that pass. This enables you to change your mind. So I recommend having that on late. Precision pass sensitivity. I don't use the precision pass an awful lot, but I do use it at times, and I found that normal is the best. Clearance, we have that on directional. This is another big one. So tactical versus advanced. Now, do not get me wrong. There's definitely some things that I see on advanced defending that are extremely beneficial and things that can help you. If you master advanced defending, you can be a very good defender. However, it's the same as the shooting argument. Genuinely, the more assistance you can take in FIFA, the more consistent you're going to be. And especially if you're not a high level player anyway, just take the assistance. You're going to defend better on tactical. Then have pass block assistance. We have that on. Auto switching, in my opinion, should always be on air and loose balls. If you have this on manual, you're going to lose a lot of 50-50s, where if you had air and loose balls on, your AI would be like stepping in and doing things for you. Auto switching move assistance. This is more preference. I know some really high pro level players do have it on high. I sort of alternate between low and high. I wouldn't recommend having it on none. You just want that little bit. It's basically when you switch off a player, whether they keep running in the direction, or where you switch on a player. It's a bit of a weird one, but yeah, I have that on low for the most part. Right stick switching, classic, player relative. I used to run 4 on the right stick switching sensitivity. I've upped it to 6 and it seems to work pretty well for me. So that is what I'm currently running with there. We have the next player switching on classic, player lock on. This is something that you guys need to be learning. Go and learn your player locking, seriously. It will take you from a 3 out of 10 player to a 7 out of 10 player just by adding in player locks. As soon as you get used to that and have it in your muscle memory, you can just attack differently, man. It's just not the same as not using player locks. You need to be learning that. Icon switching, one of the worst settings I've ever seen. Just get it off. Orbit dribbling, I've never in my life used it. It's not something you can accidentally do though. Whether it's on or off, pretty irrelevant to be honest. Keeper stuff, irrelevant. Analog sprint, I have mine off. I actually used to use this back in the day when I was competing as a pro, where I would do sort of half sprints. I remember in particular doing it with Hazard's Player of the Month. If you know, you know. But in general, I mean, it's not too important. I think the way the game is these days, you either want to be sprinting at full speed or not at all. So, and make sure you get these off. These are the worst settings I've ever seen in my life. Get it off. Like, those of you that have played on PS5, if you have this on, there's literally a thing where it will stop you pressing your triggers in. It is horrific. I don't know who designed that, but whoever did, like, you've lost your mind, seriously. Let's move on to the camera. So, I get asked about this an awful lot. I do use co-op camera with 20 height and 0 zoom. It allows me to see a lot more of the pitch than you would be able to without it. And I think in today's, era of FIFA or FC, it's extremely important because through balls are overpowered. People are using the player locks going down the line. You've got the fullback switching. All this stuff combined, you just want to be able to see as much of the pitch as possible. So that is what I would recommend doing. But hopefully these help you out. I think they will. If it did, please do leave a like. I do Weekend League 20-0 speedrun. So if you're new to the channel and want to see some high level gameplay, chill with me, smash out some 20-0s, subscribe. I will be live on the weekends. But thank you guys for watching and peace.